This is the favorite camp. Good morning. It's almost 7 o'clock. We're heading up to Temagami, and we're gonna basically paddle the section that we're all very familiar with, and that is from Metagama all the way up to Chiniguichi Lake. It's from that section on which becomes the unknown section, because there is an overland section which there may or may not be a trail, and then there's the East Wanapitei River that we're paddling down, which I'm hoping that there'll be some water on there. Otherwise, we may be walking the canoe or portaging it. Jamie's shaking his head already. And then the other big, well, it's not an unknown. It's really just based on condition, where we flush out into Wanapitei Lake, and it's a big lake. And if we get a southern wind, we'll end up having a lot of big waves and wind to deal with. So hopefully the conditions will be okay when we get on the lake. Otherwise, we could get possibly delayed. And then from there, we just basically loop back north up into Metagama Lake. So we got 5 days, and so we think it should be ample time to do the route. That's a big cloud. It's got a lot of rain in that one.
It'll pass over.
Hopefully. So we have arrived, and there's a lot of vehicles here. So we just got to make sure that we find a spot that we can park so we don't stuck in here. All right, it's about 11 o'clock, and we're on Metagama Lake. I used to call this Metagama Lake, and I was corrected by a local and told that it was pronounced Metagama. So I'm going to stumble with it a few times, but I think I'll eventually get it. Okay, Heather, thanks for that. So we've made good time. We thought we'd be on the water at noon, but it's an hour faster than what we expected. Right now it's 11, and we're pretty much ready to get on the water. It's been raining on and off on our way up, but it seemed like it was going to clear, but it's still kind of overcast, and we had a few sprinkles just not too long ago. So I don't know what the weather's going to be like. We were hoping that it was going to be sunny and bright, so that by the time we got to Paradise Lagoon, we'd be eager to jump in and swim and whatnot, but who knows, it may not happen today at this rate, so whatever. Anyhow, we'll get going, and well, let's start the trip. So we're just about to head into the, I guess this would be the west arm of the Lake Metagama. We're getting some headwind and some waves, but nothing too big. But it certainly looks like there's some dark clouds over there, possibly some rain. So the weather is obviously still not clearing up, but it is what it is. So we'll just keep going and see what happens. But Jamie's, we just pulled over because Jamie's got a spot, and he wants to just send a signal to his wife and his family. Good trip? So we're just coming into our first portage. There's a series of pools and falls that we're coming upon, but we'll be portaging uphill until we get to, I believe, Sylvester Lake, I believe it is. So this will be the first of many portages as we make our way up. I don't know if are we gonna try to hit for Chiniguichi?
Try.
I mean, it's not even necessary.
No, we could stay Wolf.
Yeah.
Since it's picturesque.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I mean, all these portages we're familiar with them, and none of them are really that long. So it wouldn't take us very long to get to Chiniguichi Lake. So we may just stay at Wolf, just because it is beautiful there, and then hit the hard part the next day. And yeah, we'll get going on the portage, and we'll see ourselves on Wolf Lake, and we'll decide there. So, as you can imagine, I'm trying to do a lot more video, and have to kind of think of practical ways to video and have my hands free. Normally I'd be carrying this Pelican Case, and then I would have paddles on the other hands, and of course I wouldn't leave any free hands for me to get across. To film. But now, oops. It's really mucky here. I think my feet will eventually get wet, but I'll keep it dry for now. But by having the Pelican Case with this shoulder strap, it's giving me a free hand so that I can videotape along the trail and capture some moments on the trail. There's a tree down here, which you have to tuck underneath. Sometimes it pays to be short. So it's been raining, so the rocks are really slick here, you can see. But the going is pretty good. So we met a father and son on the trail here, and they said that there's a group of 8 girls in canoes heading to Wolf Lake ahead of us, and they're camping there. And we're, like I mentioned before, we were contemplating staying there, but we might have some competition or company. Yeah.
Right. We stayed on an island on Chiniguichi, and there was maybe one.
I think we're coming upon the group of girls, and we just see their gear on the portage landing, and I just saw one of the girls just leave to portage. So just rock right there.
Switch it up. There you go. Ready?
That looks like a little full.
For 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
This isn't even my barrel.
You can probably hear the water rushing down beside me on my left. I don't know if you can see. You see the white water? And those are multiple drops that make their way down to Metagama Lake. For those who know, it also has Paradise Lagoon, which is a beautiful swimming hole. It has falls and aquamarine clear waters. and it's absolutely gorgeous.
Sit down. Like lay back. Like sit back, relax, and it's not like you kind of have to go big.
So we're just at the portage to Sylvester Lake, and so we met up with this camp. It's they're located in Muskoka on Georgian Bay. I think they said their camp was on Beausoleil Island. It is Camp Queen Elizabeth, and there's 8 girls on this trip. You can see all the canoe and the gear behind me. They're just swimming at Paradise Lagoon. Jamie and I were thinking of going swimming if the sun was out and it was hot. I mean, it is hot, we were sweating, but still kind of overcast, but we didn't expect this whole group to be swimming there, so we decided we'll let them swim, and we're just gonna continue. We're on the very popular and well visited Wolf Lake. It is a very pretty lake. It's got a lot of quartzite outcrops, and it looks very much like Clarny. The water is very turquoise green and clear. So right now there's a lot of cloud cover, so the water doesn't have that green reflection right now. But if the cloud covers move away, then you'll have some beautiful, beautiful water to look at. So far it looks good, eh? There doesn't look like anyone there. Yeah. Awesome. So it looks like we've got the campsite that we wanted. Oh yeah, yeah. There we go.
Okay. So how are we going to do this?
So what I like to do, so don't do this at home, kids. Just leave it right there. Yeah. Perfect. Here we are at probably one of the best campsites, or a campsite here on Wolf Lake, and surprisingly it's empty, unless someone just left this morning. But we saw 3 groups, and there's a 4th coming, so it'll be a busy place at Wolf Lake, but hey, we're not complaining. We've got a good spot. Looks like the weather's clearing, the sun's definitely coming out, and we can certainly start to feel the heat, so we'll probably go for a swim later on, but we're gonna have time to chill out. Jamie, what are we gonna do with ourselves?
Skinny dip.
That was his idea.
stuff for tying stuff down or whatever. Tie you to a tree. I don't know.
Yeah, tiny tree. You didn't hear that. So, with some time on our hand, we decided to hike back and get some firewood for tonight. This site is quite popular, and a lot of people camp here, and so obviously there's not much firewood here. So we're gonna hike back and see if we can get some wood. I tend to like to collect wood that the bark is coming off, and it's a clear indication that not only it's dead, but it's dry as well. So this small little spruce tree is obviously bent over, but all the bark is coming off. So I'll just cut out the base and then we'll process it back at camp. There's definitely no lack of firewood here. Literally in 10 minutes we had like multiple trees down. And we don't like to get big trees. You know, probably no more than a little bit bigger than your wrist. It makes it easy to cut with the saw and get into small pieces. We didn't bring a hatchet or anything, but we do have knives so that if we had to tap split it, we could. But the wood, most of the wood that we harvested was the ones that were standing up, so that they remain dry. I mean, this season there's a lot of rain, and so the forest floor is really damp, and a lot of things hold a lot of moisture here in the forest. You can just kind of feel it, and so having the standing dead is great because you know that it will be pretty bone dry. So I've just got a couple more softwood to take back to camp, and that's pretty much it. We're going to probably cut them up into small pieces, and we'll have tons of wood for not only our campfire tonight, probably the next 3 or 4 people, groups that come through here. Is binding?
Binding.
That's weird.
Yep. Use your hands. It's not very.
That's weird.
Yeah. Not good. Oh, cut it twice. Yeah, it's not good. Not happy.
See, even then, I'm trying to go the full length and it's binding.
Sometimes size does matter.
Yes, size sometimes does matter. In this case, for sure. Man, I cut the other one, it wasn't so bad, but this one's just... Alright. So I'm going to use the other one. Let's see here. Boom, done. So a huge difference. Jamie, yours too small.
It's not how big it is how you use it.
Well, obviously I'm not using it correctly. Although I shouldn't be using it correctly, should I? Okay, so we were just cutting some wood, processing them into smaller pieces, but this is interesting. So on this trip, we Jamie and I both decided to bring Bako saws. They're the small, bright orange ones that we all see, that many people have. They're we get them from Mech, and they're relatively inexpensive. But one thing we noticed, he was cutting, pretty much like 2-inch diameter softwood, and these saws usually chew through it really easily. But his was binding a lot, and we're trying to figure out what was going on because his technique was good. He wasn't pushing too hard or anything. And then I used my saw, and it cut a lot easier and didn't bind. And then we looked at the blades, and take a look at this. This is my saw. I don't know, it says professional. I don't know. I guess there must be a model for each of these blades. But this one has fairly big teeth. I think we're looking at least about half an inch. And what happens is, as you're sawing, the big teeth, the space allows. Sorry, there's mosquitoes here, and it allows the wood or the sawdust or the pieces of wood to fall out quickly, so that the teeth can continue cutting more of the wood. If you look at this is Jamie's saw. His blade and his teeth are much smaller. They're probably maybe half the size of mine, so maybe if I thought mine was a half inch, his looks like might be about 1/4 inch, and the teeth are much smaller, and we're finding that it binds a lot easier. But what I found was that I was just trying some different techniques. I found that if you saw the whole length of the blade, it gives the wood particles or pieces a time to fall out of the teeth as you're vibrating back and forth. So if you do a shallow cut, like covering only a short distance, it would bind really easily because the wood is not being released. But if you go as far as possible, then it gives a chance for it to fall out, and then you can continue sawing. So it's kind of interesting. I mean, there's different kinds of saws out there with many different types of blades, but I guess it's just pretty much figuring out how they work and what conditions they work best. I think some teeth, like I think a lot of the smaller teeth are better with like dry wood, and I think bigger teeth works better with green wood. I'm not too sure yet, but I'll find that out and figure that out. But anyhow, back to sawing. So we decided before we have supper, we're gonna climb. We're not gonna actually climb the ridge right up to the top, but there's a bunch of quartzite cliffs just beside our camp. So we're just gonna paddle down, check where there's a good spot that we can climb up, and take a look, get a view from the top over there and see what it looks like. Cliffs over there. We'll probably find a spot to climb up there and make our way to. This guy back. Yeah. So you can see the quartzite cliffs behind me and above me. So we're gonna try to switch back all the way up and get up as high as up there, and possibly even further if there's a way to get up there. I just was reminded Jamie is terrified, not just scared. He's terrified of heights, so he's willing to go up here. So let's see how we manage, or he manages. How's it look?
I don't know.
Oh, we got cliffs.
Yeah. It goes up quick.
Huh. We can go over there and see if there's anything over there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'd have to go swing back that way. You might want to hold on. Ooh, just at the edge of this cliff here. Gonna drop off. Yeah, that might be a little tricky.
Nope.
We're at an impasse. You want to go back the way we came?
Sure.
Go that way. I guess find a way to get back up. Yeah, we're pretty much stuck. Either we go straight up or we scramble that way, and I don't know what's over there. Or else we go back this way. So we've been going along the base of this cliff, and it's a little more sparse, so it's easier to travel, but I think I found a way up. We can scramble up here.
Yep.
And then scramble right up through there. I think we can get up, or we can even go that way. So it's not too bad. Sounds good? You can do it?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Got you in action. So we just found the trail that comes from camp, and it's well worn. Except stuff like this where a tree comes down, it's in your way, but you can see the path it clearly goes this way and continues on this way.
Scary for me.
Yeah.
And then you film me. Option for us.
Yeah.
This looks okay.
Looks okay?
Yeah.
Okay. If you're okay with it, I'm okay with it.
I could never be a rock climber. All
No.
that stuff, it looks so cool to me, but
Yeah.
no chance.
We're almost at the bottom. So you leave it to the guy who's scared of heights, and he'll find the best way down. Made it. You're alive. Breathe. Okay, here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that's refreshing.
Ah, that was good.
God, it's cold.
That's good.
Oh, I needed that.
Yeah, we decided to go for a swim, cool down. I've been sweating all day, but it's refreshing. It's not too cold. Just having supper now. Mosquitoes and the no-see-ums are out.
We should probably be in the bug tent soon.
And the loons are out too. The loonies. So, Jamie is a vegan, and so we did our meals separately. It just makes it obviously a little more convenient. And so Jamie tonight is having
Alfredo mac and cheese.
Yeah. Now I know you think, wait, that has milk products in it, but it actually doesn't. What is it? What is the substitute? Or
I don't know.
no?
It says on this box.
Oh, sorry. And I'm just having it's a teriyaki rice from a Sidekick, and I've added some egg, some bacon bits, and some chili flakes.
Lots of stuff that's probably not good for you. Tastes good and gives me good farts.
See, there's a reason why we're in separate tents. We're laughing because Jamie was wondering why his butt was hurting, and he just figured out he had a stick in his underwear. I secretly think he liked it.
Wasn't enough.
Yeah. This is like the best part of the day. Everything's done, put away, your tummy's full. So we are in a creek that we thought we were going to paddle, and there's not much water, but now we've got to overland to that pond, and we're pretty much in dry land, right, Jamie?
Did David say we ran out of water?